Alright, so this is pretty much all you're ever gonna need for this type of stuff. You just got some toothbrushes, got some chain degreaser, some bike wash. You just mix water and get the actual stuff. Alright. Now, what I like to do, since I don't have like a repair stand or really anything, I just take the front wheel and I just kind of stick it in here. I'm not sure if I'd recommend this, but I mean, it works. Holds it up well enough, which is for the most part fine for what we're doing. So now, I'm not exactly sure if it's fine to get on your stamps, I imagine it is, but I recommend not doing it anyways. Same thing like with your disc brakes, because I mean, it's probably fine to have this stuff on it, but it's just, I don't know. You might have leftover stuff in here, and you really don't want any extra crap on there anyways. Use an actual disc brake cleaner. I'm just spraying it down, getting a nice bit where it needs it. Now, unfortunately, this sprayer is leaking all over me, but that's fine. So now, what you gotta do is continue doing this. Don't want to miss any spots, because, you know, don't want to waste any time. Alright. Now we've got this all soaking. What you're gonna do, you're gonna wait like a minute or so to let it really soak in there and do its job. Then you're gonna grab your rag or whatnot. I'm just gonna use a paper towel, and you're just gonna grab some in here. Then you're just gonna wipe it off. Because the reason why you don't want to just like let it evaporate, then you're gonna have watermarks and all that stuff, and it's just not gonna look that good. But so you're just gonna want to wipe down all that stuff. Get it nice and dry. It's a pretty simple process, really. No, you're already noticing. I mean, it might be hard to tell, but this thing wasn't that dirty beforehand, since I cleaned it semi-recently. But it certainly does look much nicer, like no more watermarks or evaporation residue or whatever you want to call it. There was some stuff around this part of the tube that was like residual glue or something, I don't know. It was just always there since I bought the bike. But now, that's all gone. Now, I've noticed I've missed a few spots. So I can either spray it directly on, or I can just take my rag, spray it on there, and get it right where it needs to be. In this case, that would be right kind of here on the head tube. A whole bunch of grease and stuff there, watermarks. Now I'm also going to clean up the fork a little bit better. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look nice. So I've already gotten a fair bit of stuff off, and I'm gonna just continue spraying your rag, working it around some tight spots. Like one spot that gets particularly dirty would be anywhere just like near the wheels. I mean, it makes sense. Right over stuff gets thrown onto the frame there. Annoyingly, it's one of the harder parts to really get in there and scrub out good. But once you do that, then pretty much just let it dry for a bit, and you cleaned off your bike. Now I've actually never used this stuff before, so I don't know how well it works, but I guess there's only one way to find out. I hate the child locks that Finish Line puts on. They can just be really stubborn. Alright. So now, for the most part, all you're gonna want to do is just, I mean, you can shake it. What you're gonna want to do is just, you can either just like add it to some water to dilute it if you want to save this more, or you can just kind of put it on there. You can use a chain cleaner if you have one, which I do recommend getting. I just haven't yet. Now, that thing is going to do its thing. Also, try not to get any of it elsewhere. I mean, it's probably not bad if you do, but like, you really should try and avoid it. Who knows what it does to rubber or anything, so if you drip it, alright, so yeah, you can pretty clearly see that this works. It's pretty obvious this does what it needs to do. So we're just gonna, once again, throw this away. And now, just gonna rinse off the rest of the degreaser and stuff with water. Now, I think that, like, the center one is probably the best. Is just getting in there and really clean off that grease without also spraying it everywhere. That way that bike that you just washed up doesn't get all dirty. There we are. Nice and clean. You know, we'll make sure you get the chain. It's important too. There we are. Now just clean that off. See, there's already grease getting back on here, so how you want to dry it. Get that stuff off before the water holds it evaporates, and then you're just left behind stuff. You don't want that. Oh, hello, Boomer. So what we're gonna do, take your chain lube, and you're gonna want to apply it to the bottom part of the chain. So apply it to the top. These top parts aren't actually what's touching anything, so it doesn't make sense to apply there. So you're gonna take your lube. You're gonna want to find your master link. In this case, it's right here, and you're just gonna want to keep on. Just like apply it, drop to every little roller in the link until you get back to that master link, and then pretty much done. You already know that. So now, I'm just gonna pretty much end the video here. Done everything. And that, I'd say, is looking pretty nice. Still needs to dry. I need to dry it, but it looks good. Now I also need to like clean up some other areas